Hello BookTube! Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite books of 2017. That doesn't mean all the books on this list have come out in 2017. It just means I've read them this year. I've read them in 2017 and these are my top whatever number I come up with. I'm not sure yet. So, I'm just gonna go through my Goodreads read books of the year and we'll see what's going on. My Goodreads challenge was to read 50 books this year and I actually read 53 books so far. The year is not over yet. I don't know why Goodreads is showing us our 2017 books yet, but you know, we'll go with it. So far I have 53. I'm going to finish Six of Crows pretty soon. I'm thinking either today or tomorrow. So Six of Crows, that will make it 54. And then I'm going to read Little Women during the Christmas period. So that will be 55. There you go. So hopefully, fingers crossed, if everything goes to plan, I'm going to read 55 books this year. So far I have 53, but you know, we're almost there. So yes, my favorite books of the year. Here we go. Are you ready? I've read a lot of good books this year. Look, I have my wee laptop here. We're ready to go. We're down on our Goodreads page. So, right, let's see the books I've read this year. I can't remember some of them. So let's see. Yes, okay, so I started the year off really well with the Lunar Chronicles. Yes, that's definitely up there on the list. I love that series. One of my favorite series of all time. I love Harry Potter and the Lunar Chronicles. They're both up there for me. Love them both. But yes, I've read Harry Potter ages ago, so that doesn't count. But the Lunar Chronicles, yes. #1 for 2017. Right, okay, let's see what else I've read. I read A Court of Thorns and Roses. Actually, didn't like it. Sorry, I know it's an unpopular opinion. Please don't kill me. But no, not for me. Sorry, nope. I've read Gone Girl. Gone Girl was really good as well. It's a bit different from what I usually read. It's not a YA book. It is kind of a thriller. And the characters are really messed up. And that really messed with me. Like, at the end of the book, I was like, no, that cannot be the ending. That can't be it. But, yeah, people are messed up. And book characters are messed up as well. So, yeah. But it was a brilliant book. Brilliant book. If you haven't read Gone Girl yet by Gillian Flynn, or Gillian, I think it's Gillian Flynn. So yes, read it. Read it. Right. The Silver Dream by Neil Gaiman and Michael Reeves, not so much. Let's see. Animal Farm, I liked it, but not the best. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas is definitely one of the best books of the year so far. And I absolutely loved it. I devoured that book. I loved it so much. I recommend it to everyone. Just everyone, really. It's such it gives an important message in a non-preachy way, if you know what I mean. It's entertaining. And you get attached to the characters. The characters are very well developed. So, yes, it's a brilliant, brilliant book. If you haven't read it yet, what are you waiting for? Go read it. Okay. Next we have, no, These Broken Stars, not so much, no. Throne of Glass. I've started reading Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas this year. I really, really loved Throne of Glass. Then what comes next? Crown of Midnight. Empire of Storms is, no. It's, ooh, I can't remember the order. What's the third one? It's, something to do with fire. Anyway, I'm now on the fifth one, Empire of Storms. And I had to take a break from it because it was just too slow for me. It was putting me into a reading slump. So I'm taking a break from it. I haven't DNF'd it. I'm just taking a break from it. I'm reading Six of Crows instead, and I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, that's what's happening. But I'm loving this series, even though it put me in a reading slump. but you know, whatever. Everything by Nicola Yoon is also brilliant. Not top 5, but still brilliant. It's really good. The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab was good as well. Good. Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. Now that is book 2 in the Dark Artifices series. Is it a trilogy or a series? I'm not sure. It's the second book and I absolutely loved it. It's so much better than Lady Midnight, the first book in the series. I loved Lady Midnight, but Lord of Shadows is just a whole other level. I loved it. I loved it. I can't wait for the third book to come out. I think it comes out next year, but yeah. Wires and Nerve. It's a graphic novel by Marissa Meyer. It's like a spin-off from the Lunar Chronicles. I love the Lunar Chronicles, as you can tell. But I'm not so crazy about that graphic novel, Wires and Nerve. It's, I don't know, it's just something off about it. Don't know. The characters didn't seem like themselves, really. No. Right, anyway, Fun Girl by Rainbow Rowell. That was a really good one. I'd say top 10. Not top 5, but top 10. Fangirl was really good. I wasn't a big fan of the fan fiction bits at the end of each chapter. I just kind of skipped those because I thought they were a bit distracting. You know, they took you away from the actual story in the book. So I just kind of skipped those. But, you know, the actual book, Fangirl, is really good. Really liked it. I'm Still Here by Clearly Avid is brilliant as well. Very underrated. Nobody really talks about it, but it's brilliant. Brilliant. It's about a boy, well, it's a man really, a man who falls in love with a woman who's in a coma. They get to know each other, and even though she's in a coma, she can hear what's going on. Her brain is actually working, but nobody knows about it. So she keeps listening to him, just talking to her, and they fall in love, and it's an absolutely brilliant story. Very underrated. Go check it out. Let me see what else. The Percy Jackson series. I've read the Percy Jackson series. I still have one book left in the series. I really want to finish it this year though, so I might have to squeeze it in next week or something. I don't know. But yes, the Percy Jackson series. Brilliant series. Yes. That is top 5, I think. That is top 5. What else have I read? When Dimple Met Richie by Sandy M. Manon. Loved it. Very different. I loved hearing more about the Indian culture and not so much coding. I thought there was going to be a bit more nerdiness and coding and, you know, all that tech stuff, but not really, no. But still, I love the story. I like the talent show in the story. It was really, really good, so go check it out if you haven't yet. Let's see, what else have I read? Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. That's another really good one. It's a graphic novel about a sidekick. It's very sassy, very cheeky. I absolutely love Nimona. So yes, I think it was one of the first few graphic novels I've ever read, and I loved it. I was hooked from the very first page. Like, it was really good. 1984 by George Orwell. Not a massive fan, but you know, it was okay. The Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare. Oh, those books were brilliant. Oh my goodness. Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and then Clockwork Princess. Brilliant, brilliant story. I'm not a big fan of love triangles. I don't like love triangles, but this one worked. That's all I have to say. Brilliant, brilliant story. What else do you want in a book? Seriously. Shadowhunters. London. Victorian period. Yeah. The writing style is not the best because, you know, it was one of Cassandra Clare's earlier books, and she has come a long way since then. But the story, the plot itself, and the characters, they're just so good. So good. Agatha Christie, I read a lot of Agatha Christie this year. Oh, the Grisha Trilogy. I loved the Grisha Trilogy. I think it's top 5. I think so. Yeah, top 5. Love the Grisha Trilogy. Now this is an unpopular opinion, but I actually enjoyed the Grisha Trilogy more than I'm enjoying Six of Crows. It's a good book. don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of inner dialogue going on and backstories and all that. It's just a bit slow for me because I thought the book was about a heist. Oh, it is about a heist, but I thought there was going to be more action in it, but it's so slow. I'm 3/4 of the way through and it's still slow. So, you know, I'm not having the best time reading it, which I know is a very unpopular opinion. But I'm gonna finish it. Yeah, don't worry. It's not that bad. It's just that I like the Grisha Trilogy more than I like this one. Let's see. Daughter of the Pirate King was also a really good one by Trisha. I still can't say her name. Trisha Levenseler? I don't know. It was a really good one and I can't wait for the sequel. Wonder Woman by Leigh Bardugo. Brilliant, brilliant book. I read this as a buddy read and I loved it. It's so good. Top 5, definitely. I have about 20 books on my top 5 already, but yes, top 5. And let me see. Last book I finished was actually Warcross by Mary Lou. My first Mary Lou book, and I have to say, I'm a big fan. I'm already a fan. I've only read one of her books and I'm already a fan. Warcross was so addictive. I read this as part of a buddy read, but I felt like I needed to read more and more and more. Like, oh my goodness, this story is brilliant. It's about a virtual reality video game. Everyone, basically, everyone in the world plays it. You can see virtual things around the world around you, and it's just brilliant. It's brilliant. And yes, I won't really go into detail because I don't want to spoil it for you. But if you haven't read Warcross yet, go read it. Read it. Okay, so these were my top... How many books did I choose? My top books. I won't put a number on it. These were my top books. These were my favorite books of 2017. I'm currently reading Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo and Persepolis. Is that how you say it? Persepolis? 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 By Marianne Satrapi. It's a graphic novel about a little girl growing up in, is it Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan? Somewhere in the Middle East. I can't remember which one. I haven't read this in a couple of days and I already forgot where they are. Anyway, it's a really good one as well. If you haven't picked it up, please do so. It's brilliant. And yeah, so that's what I'm currently reading. Next I'm going to pick up Little Women by Louisa May Alcott to read over Christmas. And then if I have time, I probably will, if I have time, I'll squeeze in the last book in the Percy Jackson series just so I can finish the series by the end of the year. So that was a quick update of what I'm currently reading, and if you like this video, click the thumbs up. If you're new here, hi, subscribe, and if you're not new here, hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you came back, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.